I'm Bermuda.
And I'm Phil.
And we are Suddenly Dice.
And today we're playing a little more of Age of Heroes, our D&D campaign run by Aaron. And here's Aaron to tell us what's going on.
Thanks, Phil. So on our last episode, our heroes had killed a couple of their former party members, or rather they killed one and another one escaped after getting into a little bit of a fight after Phoebus and Tinnen killed the druid that had been aiding the party in their investigation of the Bloodsworn. The party then fled to Felwood, where they've been preparing to carry out the task handed down to them by the hags that they met in the forest. And they've been having some pretty nasty dreams to that end. And so we begin our game in Felwood, where the party is currently. If I recall correctly, you guys had just gotten back after killing a flesh golem that had a bit of a bounty on it, and you were just resting up in town in the rooms that you rented.
We haven't collected the bounty yet, or have we?
I don't remember.
I don't think we did, but I might be wrong. Was it 500 gold to split between the four of us?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think we did.
Yeah, we did that one, yeah. We took like a week to train, and right? Also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we all reached level 4.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume that we're all at full HP and full hit dice and stuff.
Yep.
Right on.
Is there anything anyone wants to buy before we leave? No.
No, none that I can think of anyway. I already bought everything.
Brilliant. So what's the plan? Are we just going to head straight in, smash through the doors, demand the delicious liquid, and leave?
I don't think we're going to survive if we do it that way. I would propose a more stealthy method of retrieving the vial, but again, the Bloodsworn themselves are rogues, thieves, sneaky, so I don't know if we can out-sneak them, but I think we've got to try. It's our best bet.
Well, what if you and Barak work together to come up with some form of scheme, and me and Oscar will be your, how do we say, backup? Yes,
I think Barak and I are the only ones who could probably infiltrate the Haystack Hall. But you and Oscar hit pretty hard, so we're gonna need you nearby in case things go wrong.
How would we communicate if you are in there and we're outside?
Well, I suppose if things are going horribly, horribly wrong, a scream might suffice.
Well, we don't know if they have a dungeon or anything like that.
You could listen for the bear roar.
Oh, are you going to go in as a bear? That's pretty stealthy.
No. But if we get caught...
Yeah.
I do think I have a trick for this though.
Yeah?
Out of the character I have beast sense. Let me click on it. So if Barak turn into an animal, I can use him as my eyes and ears.
Interesting.
And I can drop it up to an hour, but in between that I can drop if I notice that you are in danger.
Interesting.
A fortuitous turn, you knowing this magics.
Of course. I'm the man of the wild. I have some tricks up my sleeves.
Cecilia swoons. Not really. I think,
It could work, right? He count as a beast when he's in wild shape form.
yeah, I think
Aaron?
so.
What'd you say, Aaron? Do you reckon we can see CCTV through Barak as a bear or something?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Wicked.
I'll probably be a mouse or something.
Yeah, that was what I'm thinking. But
Some kind of beast in any case.
yeah,
A mouse is pretty stealthy, but Barrack, what do you say? What if you were a spider and then you could crawl along the ceiling and then just when you see the vial you can drop down on a line? You know how a spider can like make an anchor on the ceiling and drop down on a line? You could wrap the vial up in your sticky web and then just climb up your anchor line.
you do know that we want his blood, so I don't know how the spider would be able to wrap.
I thought it
Blood.
was some
Yeah.
Clear liquid.
some clear liquid, some varnish.
I think it was blood that a bit of blood from him.
From Barrack?
No.
Or from Glastaff?
Glastaff.
I don't remember
No.
that being part of the bargain.
It was only the vial.
Okay, I guess that is a bit easier.
Yes, so I thought the plan was you become a spider or some form of creature, pick up the item after changing back into your human form so it is inside you and reform into the shape of a beast and come back to us.
I mean, I don't know if they see a human just kind of standing there, that might alert them, but they might not notice a spider. Barrack, I was thinking that I could sneak in with you and just sort of be a backup distraction in case anyone does notice you. Then I can, distract them a bit, and if you can run away with the vial while they're keeping me busy, even if it means that I must lay down my life. I think it's more important that somebody gets the vial away. So I'll be cloaking myself to the best of my ability. Unfortunately, magic users will see right through my cloaking disguise, but it's a chance I gotta take.
Sounds dangerous.
It's gonna be dangerous no matter
Well,
what we do.
Yeah, we are dealing with the boss here, so it is quite dangerous.
And if we don't do this, the hags are gonna have us, so we're pretty much caught between a rock and a hard place.
Sure, the hag. Sure.
Oh, right, yes, Oscar's not exactly affected.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We'll explain on the way. We've got several days to get there, I think.
There was talk that they may have magical suppressing capabilities, as he is a known user of magics. Perhaps I do not know how your magical shape changing works, but if you came into a field of non-magical aura, would you transform straight back into your normal form?
I don't know. Would I?
I presume so.
Do you have Arcana?
No.
You have no
No,
idea.
none of us do. We don't have.
I don't know.
Arcana.
I've never tried.
We've got no
And
range
you've never,
and no arcana.
you've never encountered like a field of negative
Yeah.
magic or no magics. You don't know how your abilities would react with it.
How about this though? Since if they have a field of no magic, then mine wouldn't be able to work. So we know somewhat immediately if they have a barrier or not, because then my beast sense would not work at all.
That makes
True.
sense.
Or you can use the bird that you have there. I point to. What was his name again?
Bruce?
Bruce.
Yes, because he is not magical. So
He also can't fly.
just so that we have a way to know if there's a barrier or not. Because if I cast it on Barrick, if he encounter a null magic zone, he will also be able to turn back, you might say.
Yes.
So it is kind of a waste.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm thinking your little bird friend there might help.
If he has
He-
no kind of flight, then it won't help.
He will not be able to help us.
No, sadly, he's a bit of a nugget. I don't know.
But imagine like he just waddle around.
Yeah, Bruce won't be able to even like start flying for like another month or two.
Pity we don't have Toby. We could have sent him in first.
All right.
Well, I mean, Oscar, I suppose we could find an ordinary mouse or an ordinary bird or an ordinary spider or an ant, and you could use your
how
beast sense
about we
and let
find
it go
a
in.
mice?
Huh? Okay.
Yes, and I also can talk to it so we can maybe negotiate a deal so that it would do it.
Excellent. I will buy a wheel of cheese.
There you go. Now, the other problem that I can think of is that it seems the whole town would be under glass, is it not?
Yeah,
Yes.
the Bloodsworn.
Then that means we have to find a place that they would not know of to rest and cook. Like
Yes.
stay there. Any idea?
Well, we could make camp. I don't know of any smaller settlements outside of Bloodsworn territory. We may just have to camp.
Also, do you think they would just notice that the three of you are coming into the town?
It is a good point.
How about find some, maybe change how you look,
Yeah.
disguise somehow? I'm
yes.
not an expert, but I know someone here maybe.
This plan is becoming more complicated by the minute.
I think it has to be.
I think we should get going. Simple is better, I think.
Sure, why not?
Yes,
That's-
if they have people watching the area around their town, and they spot us, and we have to fight them, maybe less so in one large group, but in small groups on the way into the town. That might be our only option as we move forward in this way.
Yes.
So I say
I mean-
yes. Let us start this quest.
We should avoid Bronze Gate, though. We don't have to go. We don't have to go through there, so I think we should go around it.
Probably a good idea.
But Haystack Hall, we don't have a choice. We just do have to walk into Haystack Hall, basically. We could do it at
I mean,
nighttime or something,
Can
but
we
you know.
can we bring up
I
the
mean,
main
the-
map?
I mean, the three of you. Well, I do. I also have a problem with them, so maybe they would notice me.
Okay, well, I think the place they're least likely going to think about checking is like either from the north or like the northeast of Haystack Hall, because the rest are going to be roads that they're probably going to be looking at. So if we like go, basically where this line is being drawn,
Skirt south of it.
skirt south of it, and then come up from the like southwest, they're probably going to least likely think of us coming up there.
Well, from the southeast, probably.
Yes,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
southeast.
Okay.
Sorry, my arrows are snapping.
Because I would imagine there is a road from Bronzegate and a road through Parchments.
It would be like this and then this. So if we go this and either way.
Or skirt all the way round to the north of the town and come down from above.
Yeah, because there's maybe no road. Because there's probably a road here, yeah. So if we came from here. as less travelled, probably.
We should, of course, try and steer clear of any roads as our way of going up there. Our time, it might take us to be much longer, but I think it would be safer for us all.
Sounds reasonable.
I feel like there was something I was going to ask. Yes, Oscar, how many times can you use your beast senses if we're thinking of sending sort of a test mouse first and then sending Barrack in with your beast sense? Can you do that twice in a row?
Well, I can do as many times as I want in a day. The problem is that it would take a while for me to cast it.
Okay.
Out of character, basically I can cast it normally. I have to ritually cast it for free,
Uh-huh.
which is like 10 time. So
It's a
it would
10
be,
round
yeah.
casting speed.
Yeah. Would it be 6 minutes or 10? 10 minutes. Yeah.
Casting time is 1 minute. Each round is 6 seconds.
Okay.
Unless you're saying it takes 10 times the normal casting speed, and the normal casting speed is 1 minute.
Yeah, let me
Then
check.
then it would take 100 rounds to cast.
Which sounds a bit excessive.
Yeah, but the ritual is for like not in combat. That is why you have like free time to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. In AD&D, just a lot of the straight up spells took 10 minutes to cast. Like the druid spell Call Lightning had a 10-minute casting time.
Yeah, lightning's apparently not that quick after all.
Yeah, good luck using that in the fight.
So if we first walk to here, or to here, and then from there walk up to here, and then come down.
We would be crossing the road between Haystack Hall and Parchments that way, but I mean, it's just crossing the road once, so probably not that bad.
It's either that or we're walking through the Kingswood.
Yeah. Aaron
Which
is
isn't great.
10 minutes longer to cast than normal, so I guess 11 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes longer, yeah, than 11
Yeah.
minutes. 110 rounds.
It's like if you do this in combat, it is going to be very difficult because you will have to be in a concentration state, and then if something happens, you lose concentration, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's never going to work in a normal combat scenario.
what kind of
Most
combat
combats
lasts
are over
110
within a
rounds?
minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be prudent for us to move into the Kingswood, and then from the Kingswood up, and then down. That way we steer clear of Bronzegate, and come to Haystack Hall from above.
It will be slow going, but it is probably the route. No one will see us coming that way.
Yes, you basically know that like doing that's definitely going to make it less likely that you get spotted, but then there's more likely that you run into other threats. So
Of course, but yeah, the trade-off really.
Yeah, a choice.
If that's the case, remember to buy extra rations, just in case.
I have 18 rations. It might be
I have
enough.
6.
I have 5.
I'm gonna buy some before we leave Felwood then.
Like it at least 7, and I don't know if we are going. Depend on the combat, we might stay a couple of days longer.
And of course, coming back, we might not be able to bring food with us.
Well,
So
do
I'm
you
going to buy 10.
on a chance going like sort of the south?
We cross
route?
many roads going that way.
Yeah, but it would be quicker than going through the forest. But I mean, I'm fine with going through the forest, honestly.
Okay, well, I go to a place and buy 10 rations. It's 5 silver each, so I'm going to be spending 50 silver pieces.
Yeah, 5 gold.
All right, yeah, just mark it. You can get those in town, no problem.
Yeah, I'll buy 4.
I'm so pissed there's no more SoundCloud on Roll20. I can't find
Yeah.
any songs.
They have their own thing, right?
Yeah, but it's like 1940s Office by Tabletop Audio. Oh, okay. I'll put you guys in the 1940s Office. That sounds great.
Tink!
I bet a 1940s Office just smelled of cigarette smoke and like
Hookers.
whiskey
Yeah.
And sexual harassment.
I
and
can
out of
smell the
line
sexual
dames or dames.
Someone slinging suds on the side.
So who want to roll d20s?
How many do we have to roll?
7 to head there if we go then from there.
What? We're not going that way, are we? We're going on the top side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
Oh,
It's going
shit.
to take 7 days,
Fine.
so. Hooray! I mean, each of us.
I feel
It
like
never, it never goes badly when I do it. Let me roll it.
Yeah, you roll twice, and the rest of us will roll once, yeah?
Double 20s.
okay. Great.
All right, hold on, stop
Okay, sorry.
rolling, because
Okay.
we're gonna go one at a time because you guys are like going off into the woods and you don't really have like specific directions on how you're going, so it's gonna be survival checks
Oh
to
yeah.
go from square to square.
I decided to bump my characteristics instead of taking a feat, by the way.
Okay, interesting. Anything that helps your survival out?
Yeah, wisdom. I have
Wisdom.
20
Whiskey.
wisdom now.
Sorry, I heard whiskey.
Nice.
So
survival?
we'll use Phil's roll for the first square, so you guys don't need to check. So you're in this square now, and you don't encounter anything. But roll survival, Chris. Okay, so which square do you want to go to? You can move to any bordering square. And you're currently here.
So where were we going? Up one, and then
And then probably up
Yeah,
again
okay.
one.
yeah, up.
I mean,
They're basically just up two.
it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. Yeah.
So you just mark the square you're going to enter with an arrow.
Oh. Like
So
that.
you're currently in this square where my green arrow is.
We can't
can
see.
move.
We
I
can't
don't
see
see
your
that.
arrow.
Sorry, I was on the GM there. You're in this square right now.
Okay.
You can move to any square
Top right.
bordering it that you want. Okay. So now roll a d20 for an encounter.
Who's next?
So I roll the second one then.
Yeah, you roll it. Oh yeah!
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
like don't even see birds. So you're in this square. Roll a survival check. Yeah, that's high enough. So you can move to any bordering square that you'd like.
This one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We want to be very careful while doing that. I think there's probably a road there, it looks like.
Yeah, but we're gonna cross that road anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so roll an encounter die.
Someone else. Let's say Bermuda.
I'll do it.
Yeah, so the day of travel progresses. Barrack seems to be finding good paths. It's not too difficult, and you don't encounter anything on your way. Another survival check to keep moving.
Chris, go.
Yep. So you can move another square, and you guys finally basically make your way to where it's no longer the thick, deep forest of the Kingswood, and where you can't see the sky. You're finally back into normal canopy. But roll an encounter die.
Wing.
Yeah, so again, maybe you see a couple bears, but nothing actually attacks you. You just see maybe some threats off at a distance. But another day goes by, and you've now cleared the thick forest altogether, and it's just sort of sparse trees that turn into like clearings, and scarred lands that become forest. And you don't even have to roll survival now, so you can just move whichever squares you want to.
So are we just going to go into the one that says hay of haystack and then just go down into the haystack hall from there?
So.
Yeah, so just be one more encounter die.
Do it, Chris.
Oh, fuck.
I believe in you.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
So you guys find yourselves sort of on the outskirts of just farmland. Tall grasses, basically, that are being farmed for, hay and other feed for horses. Off in the distance, you can see the halls where, the crops are stored that make up the actual town that everyone knows as Haystack Hall. Among the halls, you can identify the mansion. This is way off in the distance. You can just, barely see it. You can spot, the mansion where you met Glassstaff.
Okay, do we want to find a field mouse or something, or a sparrow or anything?
I mean, what is the typical creature that we see in this location? Mouse should exist, but like, what else?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I will join in on perceiving.
Yeah, so Oscar, you like looking around for animals, and you get frustrated because you can't spot, anything. Maybe occasionally you think you hear or spot something, but when you go and like approach it, it's just like a stick or a twig, and you're sort of like cursing to yourself in Dwarvish. And Manon takes notice of your frustration and looks around and is able to spot basically the little creatures that you're non. You can see like some mice, different birds, an owl.
Grasshoppers.
Yeah, insects all over the place.
Here, Oscar, look. Here's where they are.
Thank you. Great. Okay. Now, it would take a while, but sit tight. And then I ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, so as you like approach the, what animal are you going to try to cast to them?
One of them, mice. Do I have to catch them first?
Yeah, let's see.
No, this you attack on yourself. You cast on yourself.
No, like they will have to catch the animal that I want to speak with, and then.
I mean, I'm going to scatter one of my rations on the floor. Let's say.
You don't really have to like catch somebody to talk to.
Yeah,
do you?
there's mice close enough for you to talk to.
Okay.
It's like in Divinity where you try to talk to a mouse. Just click everywhere.
I'm just gonna like, hey you.
So this is what it's like.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you're pretty strange when you do it, Barak.
So yeah, the mouse responds, "Who are you? What do you want?"
You want food? We have lots of food for you.
I like food.
Of course. You have to do something for us though. And then you will have lots and lots of food, as you can see. And then I point to the place that Manon like spread out the food. This is for you right now. If you help us, you can get more.
Yeah, so it's sort of like just hiding where it's at, and it just says again, "Yeah, I like food."
I will eat these now, and then I will give you a job. Come on.
Yeah, I like food.
Do you see that? And then I point to was it the mansion that we went?
Yeah, tell him to go in the mansion, and basically you use beast sense to watch what he sees.
Tell him there's loads of food in the mansion as well.
Yeah, I know this place.
Head there and look for food. I spread them inside for you. Oh God, that's so horrible.
Okay, see you later. He runs off.
And then, oh God, fuck no! I have to catch him. Can I roll something to catch him first, though?
Yeah, make an attack or a grapple check, which is athletics. Yeah, make an athletics check.
Wasn't the plan to beast sense him first?
I know, I forgot.
It's okay, Oscar, we're all nervous.
I mean, we can find another mouse. Luckily.
Yeah, so he like starts to slip through your fingers, but you just barely get him by the tail, and then you've got this like mouse by the tail. Says, "Hey, let me go. What are you doing?"
Just a second. I need to do something first. And then I ritually
God.
cast.
11 minutes later, the duration on Speak with Animals has ended,
Yeah. I still hold it though,
Oh.
so it's fine.
but you can see through his ears.
Yeah, and then like,
You hear through his ears and see through his eyes.
I shoo it off.
His ears are so thin you can see through them.
I shoo it off. Yeah.
So yeah, the mouse disappears.
So, Oscar's warging.
I just sit down at one place and like, let me check the spell if I can do anything else.
Your eyes are rolled back into your
Yeah, you
head.
got some white eyes right now.
So basically, a few minutes go by of you basically just like moving through like tall grass. It's almost like you're back in the forest. And then eventually it opens up and there's these massive halls in front of you, and the mouse finds its way basically through a number of them. Like it's sort of like going through all the halls in town, like looking for food. And it takes a while, like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes before it's actually in the mansion that you told it to go into.
Okay.
Maybe it couldn't tell specifically what building you were talking about. And it does eventually find its way into the mansion and like searches it for food. Let's see how good of a job it does.
Can I roll perception while it does that to look around? Or I don't know if I need to do that or not.
Yeah, so basically it just crawls around like the same bottom floor of the mansion that you guys have been in before, looking for food, like hops up on some counters. You can roll perception to see if you notice anything.
Laser lamps.
So the one thing you do notice is that the mansion is not as clean as you expected it to be. The last time you guys were in there, it looked like fairly pristine, and there was like a fire in the hearth and everything. This time, you don't actually see anybody in the mansion. There's like no lights on inside. There's no hearth. There's a hearth, but there's no fire in it. And that's pretty much all you see before the mouse leaves the mansion and goes to another one of the halls in its search for food.
I drop the spell and like it looks abandoned, at least the first floor.
Interesting. And there was no interference with your beast sense. You were able to see everything the mouse saw?
Well, I wouldn't just sit there and just do nothing for like 30, 40 minutes if it didn't work. So yeah, it worked.
Cecilia rolls her eyes. She rolls a 20.
Well then, perhaps there is another hall. He may have not shown us his true lair when he first brought us there. Or perhaps, since our previous friend has told them that we might be coming for them, potentially, maybe he has moved Did the rest of the town? Did you see any of the Bloodsworn milling around the place?
Can I roll anything to recall that? Intelligent? I don't know.
You did not see any Bloodsworn walking around Haystack Hall.
Not that I can see.
So you think the entire place might be deserted?
It is possible, but then we have to remember that they are a sneaky bunch. So
Yeah, I
Just
once saw a
because
man disappear around a corner.
just because I can't see them doesn't mean that they don't exist somewhere around here.
True enough.
But it also means that now, Manon, no wait, no, not you, Barrick, you can go in and stealth with Cecilia presumably, and at least know that it seems abandoned.
Yeah, at least there's no one in sight, so they're either lying in wait for us, or, yeah, maybe it was just a crack in their guard duties right now.
It seems a worthy risk to take.
Yes.
Me and Oscar will wait here.
How about not just here, because it will be a while for them to get to the place anyway, and if they need our help, we have to be close by.
Yeah, we can get a little bit closer, and then,
I mean, it's nightfall anyway, so when we do this, it should be at night, so
yes.
it should be easier.
Yes.
Luckily, the stealth cloak that I will use will affect you as well, Barrick, as long as we stay together somewhat. So, it'll make you sneakier, as if a spider wasn't sneaky enough, but, it'll help you hide as well.
I'll sit on your shoulder or
Okay.
in your hands.
Right.
However, if no one is here, truly, then we have come too late, and they may have moved on.
Well, we know that they are presumably here, or Storm's End, Stormgate, and I doubt they would just relocate.
Yeah, not just because of us.
If Glassstaff is the
Bronze
boss, why would he do that yet?
Yeah, I don't think they'd have moved just because of us, but we never know what Tynan might have told them or what they might be up to.
He knows true strength.
Yes. But yes, anyway, we should wait for nightfall and get a little bit closer. And yeah, if Oscar sees through Barrick's eyes that anything is going wrong, I'm sure he'll tell you, Manon, and then we can
Now,
go to Plan B.
I have to caution that while I'm in that spell concentration, I can't see or hear, so you might need to notify me in other way if.
Oh, I'll touch you.
Yeah, Manon will shake you.
Right.
I think we can do this, guys.
Well,
Let's hope so.
I've been known to toss a dwarf or two.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He'll snap
Didn't
you
I-
out of it if you're in bodily harm.
Manon is a world champion in dwarf tossing.
Of course he is.
It's something we used to do on the ships. It's an old tradition of us, people from Pike.
So we just skipped to the night now.
Yeah, we can just park until nighttime and
We
just
spend
be vigilant.
about 4 hours tossing with Oscar about, showing my prowess.
So it was like getting into the dusk already, like the sun was setting as you guys were watching that. So it's not long before it's dark. A couple hours.
Now, Cecilia, how long is your spell gonna last?
Let me see. I think it's an hour. Let me see. Yeah, it lasts 1 hour.
That's dark vision.
Unless I cancel it. No. Oh, that... Is that dark vision? No, it's pass without trace. That's 1 hour.
Because I was thinking that we can stealth with you for a bit,
Yeah.
and
The four of us together
Yeah.
can stealth, yeah. And then we'll just leave you behind. And Barrick and I will go. He'll take spider form and just sit on my shoulder, and we'll go. I'll climb in the window or something, and
I think you should let me through the window and then
Okay.
wait outside.
okay, I'll be just outside the window. I can also I can silence any spellcasters that might be there. Glassstaff himself, for example. But you know, I'm no wizard. But it's the least I can do, I suppose, is prevent anyone from casting other spells. Sound good?
Let's do it.
yes, great.
Okay, so I'll just use Pass Without Trace on the four of us, and we'll get a little bit closer to the mansion.
Yeah, so you cast Pass Without Trace, and immediately you notice that like a radius of the tall grass around you, like even as you brush by it, it's almost like it's completely undisturbed, like it snaps back to exactly where it was before you touched it. And so you can actually see like a little pathway that you guys carved into the tall grasses that are being farmed here, and then that pathway just disappears in a radius around you. And as you guys move now, no more paths are being created.
Nice.
And you'll have a +10 bonus to any stealth checks you might need to do, guys.
Yeah, so everybody who is approaching Haystack Hall and going anywhere near the mansion, go ahead and roll stealth.
26. Yay!
Wow, Cecilia, wow.
I mean, 16 is not bad. It's the
No, it's not
normal.
That's without a plus. So what did we get?
It's +10.
So two
Yeah,
26,
26.
121, and 116.
So you guys, you make your way up, and you don't actually really see anybody in town. Like this town, every time you've come here, has always seemed fairly deserted, and this is, no exception to that. You sneak your way up close to the mansion, like right along the side of it, like between a cart filled with stacks of hay and the mansion itself. You have a bit of cover.
Okay. Barrick, if you want to...
Yeah, I turn into a spider and I crawl up on your hand.
Alright.
I start ritually cast Beast.
Okay, and I'll, Cecilia will wait until you've completed the ritual.
Yeah, so 10 minutes go by. You guys are slunked up against this wall, like stone wall, with a bunch of hay stacked up in front of you and a little cart. Down the stone wall and around to the right is the entrance to the mansion. Above you, there's some windows that would give entrance to the mansion. 10 minutes go by. You don't see anyone walk by. You don't notice any people in town, and Wing, or Oscar, your senses go from the dark night around you as a normal dwarf, and suddenly you're transported into the pocket or palm of Cecilia, the spider. Everything gets huge.
You see
Yeah.
the 8 eyes of the spider.
It is done. Now go.
Okay. And Cecilia creeps around looking for a window that she could easily get in and out of, and then just, lifts Barrick up there and sets him on the windowsill and just kind of crouches and keeps her ears pointed and maybe occasionally kind of peeks in the window.
Yeah, so you hop up and catch the windowsill and lift yourself up a little bit, and you're able to put the spider up inside of there. It's actually like closed, but there's enough of a crack that you don't have a problem just slipping right through, Barrick.
Spiders always get in.
This is how you get ants.
Is there light inside the building?
There's no sources of light
I have dark vision.
inside the building, but it's not totally pitch black. There's some moonlight coming through, cracks and available, sources of light, windows and whatnot.
Yay.
So you can see inside. It's the same mansion you've seen before, although a lot dirtier than it was, and there's more dust on things. There's a layer of dust basically covering everything.
So I suppose Cecilia is quite near then, rather than being inside the building, she's quite near Oscar and Manon.
Yeah.
So if Oscar notices anything going wrong, then I suppose Cecilia's on alert team with Manon.
Right, so I crawl up into the ceiling and I search for the vial, or where it could be stashed, possibly.
Yeah, so this mansion is essentially just one massive hall with a few private rooms upstairs. So you crawl, upstairs onto the very top area of the hall, so you can see down the hallways that lead to the upstairs rooms, and you can see the whole hall open beneath you. And you don't really spot anything that strikes you as the vial you're looking for.
All right, I'll start clearing out the rooms then.
All right, yeah, the ones that are upstairs.
Yeah.
So you go into those and make an investigation check.
Can I make a perception check to listen for any movement other than the spiders?
Sure.
16.
So you very carefully go through and inspect each room. You don't find anything that extraordinary. There are, a bed in each room, a desk, a little, almost like a cupboard that is filled with clothes, like a dresser. Each room is prepared almost identically in this manner and looks like it's been untouched or at least well kept. There's also a layer of dust on everything in there.
So it looks like it's been abandoned for quite some time, with all these dust, the dust, and
I mean, yeah, there's a thin layer of dust on everything.
All right, are there rooms downstairs, or what was the room he was sitting in when he greeted us?
That was
Is
the
just
main hall.
The main hall.
Yep.
And I can't see anyone. It doesn't look like anyone has been here for a while.
For months, years, kind of thing.
I mean, there's a thin layer of dust on everything. It doesn't look like it's been abandoned for years, but
and there were clothes, and
it definitely hasn't had anybody in there very recently.
Yeah.
And yes, there were clothes in all of the rooms upstairs.
I crawl down again. There are no other rooms in the bottom floor.
Make an investigation check.
We're
Search
looking for
the bottom.
basements and stuff, kind of thing.
Secret rooms.
Yes, you actually do find a little hatch essentially that leads down into a basement, but you can't get through it because you're a little spider. And this is actually sitting, you would have to lift the hatch up a little bit to get in. Gravity is keeping it resting flush, and your little spider arms are not nearly strong enough.
Do I notice that it is that then, that so that I can tell the others? Or
Yes, you
Okay.
see all of this.
yeah, I tell the other there's some secret hatch.
I like tap with my little spider legs on it and look at my legs.
It seems like he can't. It seems like he can't open it himself.
Well, do we all want to go in, or shall I just go in and lift it up?
If you
Or the
leave without us,
strongest
we are without your
Cloak?
veil of.
Yeah.
I mean, oh wait, I can't hear, so
We can all go together. I haven't seen anyone or heard anything, so it might be okay if we all move together. We're still cloaked.
Should we head for the front door, or do you want to try and shimmy open this window?
Do you mind climbing through the window?
I'm not well versed in climbing.
Well, I do worry if the door might be alarmed or trapped or anything like that.
So there's no cracks or anything in this hatch, I guess. It's just like
Yeah, it's just like a flat piece of wood that's sitting flush on like a lip and needs to be like pulled up
yeah.
to open.
Fuck it. Okay, I turned back into barrack form.
he
And I
turned
open
back
the hatch.
into human form.
Yeah, so immediately you lose your hearing and sight through his eyes, Oscar, and you snap back to being outside of the mansion. Barrack, you are once again, everything goes from being giant to being small from your perspective. And you're standing inside of this room. Do you have dark vision?
I do not.
Not
Yeah,
as
so
if-
all of a sudden you're just in blackness. You
Yeah.
can't see shit.
But I feel I know where the hatch is relative to me, right?
You instinctively drop to a knee as you actually feel dizzy going from having like
Mm.
pretty decent just black and white vision to having like no sight whatsoever, and your form going from being this 8-legged low center of gravity creature to like all of a sudden being on 2 legs and being unstable, and you like instinctively drop down to a knee and put your hand down and you can feel the hatch.
Yeah, I open it.
All right, let me move you to a new map.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Oscar kind of snapped out of it, right? Does he?
Yeah. He turned back into. I said he turned back into human form, and then
Okay, we probably
Head to
better
the-
get inside then,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he'll need
Although-
the cloak as much as
Oh.
we do.
although I want to roll perception on the door first to check for traps.
Should probably do that.
Can you see your token?
Oh,
Yeah. And there's light down here?
Yep, there's like 2 lanterns or sconces like up on the wall, actually beneath you.
Right.
So the hatch opens up onto a like a 5-foot wide landing, 15 feet above a large cellar with stone steps descending to the floor in 2 short flights. Another door stands beneath the stairs to the north. A large stone cistern occupies the western part of the room. Those walls are lined with kegs and barrels and other like random supplies. And the cistern is basically like a large stone pool of water.
A toilet.
That's one big toilet.
one big toilet for man. One giant leap for a tiny spider.
Alright, so I walk out.
All right, what are the rest of you doing? You just hanging out outside?
We will,
Head,
Oscar's checking if the door is trapped.
yeah, front door perception.
All right. It's a door.
Okay, I open it.
It's like a very nice, like heavy duty wooden door with like bronze bands, holding it together. You
This
go to
is
open it and
mahogany.
it's locked.
Of course.
It smells of rich mahogany and leather-bound books.
Let me see. Hmm. Now, should we smash it down or just wait for Barrack to come back and open it for us?
I think we need to get in there as quickly as possible, and I'm not really I can't really pick locks. But I can go probably through the window and then open it for you guys, if you don't mind.
You certainly try.
Yeah, we can try. So yeah, Cecilia's gonna look for a window and...
How about we go with you round to the base of the window and wait there behind the cart, and then you can come and join us once you have got through the door, so we're not out in the open when your veil goes down.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, so Cecilia, you go back to the window that you lifted Barrack up through. It's like a glass. It almost looks like double doors is how the window goes together. Like they open in the very center. And you go to pull them open, and they seem locked as well. Like they don't just open when you pull on them.
Okay, well... It's probably easier to break through glass than to break through the front door, so... if you guys are okay with it, I'm gonna just break the glass, reach through, and unhitch the frames of the window.
I say...
Do I hear them trying to get in?
Not yet.
Well, I say to Cecilia, I know something very slightly about breaking and entering. Use something to muffle the sound of the breaking glass. And
Such as a cloth?
I give her a cloth.
Don't you just have the silence spell?
I do, but, we might want to save that in case we run into a wizard.
I mean,
Let me look at the Pass Without a Trace, because I thought that includes, we're surrounded by darkness and silence. Let me...
Yeah, sounds and
Look at
stuff
that.
are muffled. Like
Yeah.
they
Oh,
don't
wow.
carry through the air. Like you can hear everything, but it's like everything, every sound doesn't carry. It's just like it happens and it ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a very short range of detection.
so yeah.
But
just
I'll
do
still
it.
wrap my fist in a cloth to protect it. But I don't know if we have any kind of chisel and nail or something to sort of make
I have a javelin.
a javelin. That might
Come
be a
on.
bit too big. I've got darts, and I know Manon has a hammer. Fucking warhammer,
Wow.
pounding a dart. But just to go tap 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 and break through the glass in a small point.
I mean, I have a flail.
Yeah.
Just push the dart
Just
against
push.
the glass.
Yeah. Just use the dart and maybe pound it a bit. If possible, wrapping, the cloth around my fist and the dart, and then just using my other fist to kind of boom, 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 boom until the glass breaks. If that happens at all.
Yep. So you make an acrobatics check.
Oh boys, I got this.
She does got this.
Yeah. So you basically very deftly jump up, catch the sill, pull yourself up, and at the same time just gently push your fist through the the center where the windows meet, breaking apart the locking mechanism, and the window essentially opens, and then you tumble inside instinctively.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll make my way to the front door and unlock it if it's, I don't know, barred or whatever, I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly. It was just barred shut with a board that you lift out of place.
Okay. So I've opened the door, and you
walk
guys
over to
aren't
us?
waiting next to the door.
we waited hidden in the
I'll-
hidden area.
Yeah, and I'll come back to the window and be like, "Door's open, guys."
I'm like, jump down from the window and walk us in your stealth field.
Okay.
God. So much work for one spell. Let's see. When we're in, I want to make another perception check. I have dark vision, so to check for traps.
Okay. Didn't you say you're going to drag your token? Yeah, there you go. So you guys all eventually make your way into the cellar / basement area. You find Barrick. Well, what are you doing, Barrick?
Well, by this point, I would have, gone down to the bottom, like here. Just looking around for the vial. But I know that they would come in, so I'm not like, I'm trying not to make too much noise and shit. I'm just looking around to see.
I mean, what you see is what you get,
All right.
You see a bunch of barrels and boxes to the north, a cistern full of water in front of you, 2 torches that are lit, a couple of boxes to the south. There's a door behind you to the north.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking through these boxes down here then when they come in.
Remember,
inside of those barrels and boxes, you find salted pork, flour, and apples.
Or take the salted pork. Well, some of it.
All right, yeah. So you like pop open the salted pork barrel, and you guys come down. You see Barrick like filling his pack with pork.
Yeah, and I'm eating some.
Yeah, Cecilia just shakes her head.
remember, this is the enemy base. There might be traps and there might be poisonous shit. And I look at the barrel.
Taste.
Don't be a hog, share with us.
Yeah, I toss Manon some.
Another
delicious
perception, just because. Fuck it. I'm committed to this.
You can never be
Paranoid
too
dwarf.
paranoid.
Is that the 8th dwarf? Paranoid?
Sleepy, dopey, paranoid.
Yeah, so you see what you see on the map.
Okay.
Alright.
I would like to fully search this room in kind of like, using my hands to twist the sconces and rubbing my hands around the watery part of the cistern to see if there's any like seams or anything like that, in a kind of really, really checking to see if there's anything interesting kind of way. And I'll perceive, or do I need to investigate?
Yeah, make an investigation check and a perception check. So I guess I really should have just had you roll a perception check because that's what mattered. So yeah, as you're searching through the cistern, you find a satchel that's actually like underneath the water, but had like a little rope tied to it, so that it wouldn't float to the very bottom. So it was just like 2-3 feet below the surface of the water. And inside of it is a potion of healing, a potion of invisibility, 50 gold pieces, and a change of clothes.
Excellent.
Score.
So I'll put that in chat.
I thought we would get Lyra heads in there, but yeah.
Also,
Use the blood out of that.
as you're over here searching the wall, you actually run your hand along and feel a crack, and you recognize that there's actually a door there. And right as you turn to go and tell that to the rest of the group, this door right here flings open, and 3 Bloodsworn jump out.